What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and this is the UltraZ News Weekend Update, the only toy news not for views, but for all views. On this week's episode, we have yet another Hiya Toys variant. What are they doing? Oh boy, we'll talk about that in a second, but we have a lot of other cool things to talk about. Prime One Studio has a bunch of interesting things. I know they're pricey, but they have one thing in particular that I'm like, and it's not probably what you're thinking of at all. But they also have some things that you might be thinking of that are really cool. And there's a lot of other awesome toy news. So without any further ado, let's get to the news. And let's start out with that Hiya Toys. A new GMK, Flame Breath, Atomic Breath, Heat Ray variant. And that's right, Heat Ray. That's what they want. Heat Ray. No atomic breath for Godzilla anymore. Yeah, it looks great. I mean, it does. It's a good looking piece. The big problem for me is the problem I keep talking about. And eventually it's gonna shoot them in the foot, because you cannot keep announcing variants for figures that are not out yet. This one's not even out in China yet. So this one goes beyond what they normally do. It is bananas how this business model is the business model that they chose. Yet, I mean, fans are, a lot of fans are lapping it up. Hey, yeah, great. But it's bad for business, because there are a good portion of fans, and I see it between Facebook, between YouTube, between forums, that are not getting the original one anymore, that will wait for the variants. So, those are lost sales, and each one that they announce before people could get their hands on the first ones is, potentially lost sales. So, I think that's bad. It's bad for business. I want them to change that business model. I'm not doing this out of hate. I'm doing this because, you know what? We do need them around as an alternative. You know what I'm saying? But if they're going to do that, that's just bad for business. And I can't get on board with that. I mean, it's really not good for them and for fans to have to make these decisions. Wait till the products are out, then announce your variants. Announce other stuff in the interim. It's that simple. Let's keep on a Godzilla with Prime One Studios, a Godzilla -1 bust. It looks really nice. It is ginormous. Here's another figure, Godzilla figure of theirs to showcase next to it. Or is this another figure that they got coming out? I'm not 100% sure. Or does it come together? I don't even know. But it does look really nice. Pricey, of course, as will this other bust of a Crimson Typhoon, which looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm definitely not getting these, because I just don't need pricey busts. The other thing that they showed off, which I found very interesting, is an Evangelion actual figure. Very, very interesting, with a die-cast frame. I want to know more about this, and I want to know about it soon. Super 7 has teased another Godzilla -1, but we don't know what it is yet. I'm guessing it's going to be a Super Kaiju variant. That's my guess by this pick. And speaking of Godzilla -1, Bam Presto has some more Crane game figures, or the Enshrined figures, coming, and it is, of course, of Godzilla -1. So do be on the lookout for pre-orders on that. Bandai has announced that they're bringing back their blind box candy toys. We got Burning Godzilla shown here, and some teases for some others. This line is going to be called Godzilla True Attack, and it's going to be about 3 3/4 inches. You can have your guesses down below what these other teaser images are, and let us know. Speaking of teasers, Mattel put up this image, and looks to be their SDCC exclusive set, Hammond Collection set. It looks like the Hammond Collection Buck. This is the T-Rex 2.0 that they put in there. Last 2 SDCC sets ago where they fixed the feet and stuff. I didn't get that one, so I'd be interested in this one. Looks like T-Rex is attacking a convention. You see a dude dressed as one of those inflatable T-Rexes, which is going to be part of the set. And yeah, I want it. I might want it just for that. Takara posted up an interview with the designer of the new MPG Masterpiece Generations. Optimus Prime coming out, and I cannot wait for this thing. A lot of nice proto images here to look at, and designs really, really, really cool. Really looking forward to this one. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Next, some news on the Shield D Prime Diaclone Transformers ZOIDS crossover from Takara's Synergex line. This thing looks absolutely gorgeous. The last we saw of it, we found out that it might be like $400 or like 200 something bucks in Japan. But that $400 was, of course, like BBTS, you know, putting things up earlier than they should and not knowing the price. The price is, though, $300 here in the US. However, if you are getting it from Japan, with the shipping, I think it's gonna run you about $300 anyway. So I feel like you might as well wait for the US release. Speaking of Synergex, people are, you know, working on kits out there. This is one that I've seen floated around a bit. For the Optimus Prime Kiryu, you're not going to be able to transform it, you know, with these things here. But it does look pretty good, you know, if you just want it to be a Kiryu. So it is cool. I don't know a lot of info on this one quite yet, like who's making it, or if it's going to be in wide, you know, release, or if it's just a 3D printed kit, or what. But, you know, I'm kind of like holding off to see the DNA stuff, you know what I'm saying? On what looks to be a better Synergex crossover, we're getting ZOIDS X Evangelion. Oh my gosh, I might be in on these guys, or at least the EVA 01 to start. The Gundam Universe G-Quooks is on display right now in Japan. It does look pretty good. However, I did see the Metal Robot Spirits this weekend, and boy, oh my gosh, that one looks even better. Let's go back to Smile Fest from last week, because there's a few robots I didn't get a chance to talk about that I did want to mention, including the Gosora trio of Gosora, Magnosaur, and Grandsaura. These look really good. I do have the Bandai kits of these, and I did one of them, but I never did the rest. I don't know. It is what it is. But maybe I'll do them now. We also are getting a Tekkaman in the Motor Ride line, and Diapolon, who I do, UFO Diapolon, who I do have the Action Toys figures of that I never actually reviewed it. I'm looking right at them on my backlog. In the Gatai series, we are getting a Hawaiian-themed Bravern. Yes, that's a thing. As well as this beautiful gold Bravern from towards the end of the show. I still have to review my DX Bravern, so I don't think I'm going to get any others, but stay tuned for that one coming soon. Also coming to Gatai is Jay Decker, who I really, really like. Hey, you know who we haven't talked about in quite a bit? The Astrobots. Well, they're coming back with their A08 Atlas. This guy looks pretty good. He looks very, very beefy, but, you know, all these look kind of beefy. But yeah, this one is nice. Sentinel is doing a fighting armor Miles Morales Iron Spider, and this thing looks incredible. I love all of the colors involved here, man. Yeah, this is one that's on the radar. And oh my god, it is time to get out of the water, because it is Jaws' 50th anniversary, and these companies are coming out firing. Mondo is doing a James Groman designed, totally gross because it's James Groman, of course, Jaws. Look at this thing. It is gnarly and amazing looking. Yeah, this is one of the better looking Jaws figures that we've gotten. I really like it. But McFarlane's getting in on it too with a movie poster version of Jaws in their Movie Maniacs line. This is cool. You know, it's just kind of like a bust. I don't think I would be getting this, but, you know, I do want a Jaws, but it's probably going to be that NECA. We knew that Mezco was doing a 1/12 collective Samurai Jack, but they're also doing a set of 5 points figures, and these look really, really, really neat. Mentioned this guy before, but here is the Beast Titan from Attack on Titan from Revoltech, with some really, really nice picks. The pre-orders have gone up. I saw one at BBTS for about $89.99. I think that's pretty fair. It looks like a nice, chunky, solid figure. I gotta get some of these Attack on Titan figures for sure into the collection. For those that love Doctor Who, there is a 14th Doctor and the Meep coming out, a little set for you. These are not easy to get, but if you could get it, it looks like a fun one. Ramen Toys has shown off at Joe Fest their 30/30 figure. You know, the horse from Brave Star. These aren't officially licensed, so they're called a little something, but it does look cool. And last but not least, if you attend any of Tamashi's Gundam base little mobile sites that they have popping up this summer, you could get yourself a special Gundam Zero keychain for free with the purchase of any Tamashi Nations product. And there you go, guys. That's the Ultra Z News. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're new to the channel, why don't you go and sub yourself for daily content and let me help you diversify your collection. Till next time, peace out, peeps.